This tutorial shows how to modify the style of footnotes and endnotes in Microsoft Word. Hello, my name is Erin. I'm a technical writer and editor who shares step-by-step software tutorials and writing tips for the real world on this channel and on my blog at erinwritewriting.com. Today we're going to modify the style of footnotes and endnotes in Microsoft Word. We're also going to modify the style of the superscripted reference numbers, letters, and symbols in the text. Style includes font, font size, color, emphasis, which is italics, bold, and underline, alignment, spacing, and indentation. Plus, we'll also look at how to delete or modify the separator line Word places above footnotes and endnotes. It's very important to note that these steps only work for footnotes and endnotes created with Word's footnote and endnote tools. For a full tutorial, please see my other video titled How to Insert Footnotes and Endnotes in Microsoft Word, which is linked in the description box below. I'll be using Word for Microsoft 365. These steps will also work for Word 2019, Word 2016, Word 2013, and Word 2010. However, your interface might look slightly different in those older versions of the software. To begin modifying the style of your footnotes or endnotes, select the Home tab in the ribbon. Then select the dialog box launcher in the Styles group. Now select the Manage Styles button in the Styles pane. Once the Manage Styles dialog box appears, select Alphabetical in the Sort Order menu. And then select the style you want to modify from the Select a Style to Edit menu. You can choose footnote text or endnote text to modify the notes themselves, or select footnote reference or endnote reference to modify the superscripted numbers, letters, or symbols in the text. Once you've made your choice, select the Modify button, and then choose New Styles from the 8 formatting options in the Modify Style dialog box. We have font, font size, emphasis, font color, alignment, line spacing, spacing before and after, and indentation. Note that the font, font size, emphasis, and font color are the only options available for the footnote reference and endnote reference styles. Next, ensure that Automatically Update is not checked. If Automatically Update is checked, you won't be able to manually change the style of individual footnotes or endnotes. And then ensure that Only in this document is selected if you want to limit your choices to your current document. When you're done, select the OK button to close the Modify Style dialog box. Now you can select another style to change from the Select a Style to Edit menu, or select the OK button to close the Manage Styles dialog box. Finally, select the X to close the Styles pane. Your new footnote or endnote style should appear immediately. By default, Word places a separator line above footnotes and endnotes. You can delete those lines completely or modify their appearance. To begin, select the View tab in the ribbon. Then select Draft in the Views group to switch from the default Print Layout view to the Draft view. Now, with the Draft view open, select the References tab in the ribbon, and then select Show Notes in the Footnotes group. If you have footnotes and endnotes, the Show Notes dialog box will appear. This dialog box won't appear if you only have footnotes or endnotes. Choose View Footnote Area if you want to modify the line above footnotes, or View Endnote Area if you want to modify the line above endnotes. It's not possible to modify the style of the footnote separator and endnote separator at the same time. Select the OK button to close the dialog box. Now, select Footnote Separator or Endnote Separator from the menu in the Footnotes pane at the bottom of the screen. Select and delete the separator line, or use the options in the shortcut menu to modify the style. You can also select the Home tab and use the options in the font group. The separator line is formatted as regular text, so increasing the font size will increase the line thickness. Changing the font color will change the line color. Plus, highlighting in bold font can be applied. After modifying the separator line, select the Print Layout button at the bottom of the screen to return to the Print Layout view. You can also select the View tab to access the Print Layout button. Your separator line modification should appear immediately. When you're finished, remember to save your file to save your changes. I have created many other videos about Microsoft Word, including how to convert individual footnotes to endnotes and endnotes to footnotes in Microsoft Word, and 3 ways to insert superscripts and subscripts in Microsoft Word. Please see the playlist titled How to Use Microsoft Word, which is linked below for the complete list. The companion blog post for this video listing all the steps we just performed appears on ErinWriteWriting.com, which is also linked below. Feel free to leave me a comment if there's a specific topic related to Microsoft Word, Adobe Acrobat, or Google Docs that you'd like me to talk about in the future. And please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching.